man. I want to say to all the members who had joined the channel, who have become a active part of this community, I want to say thank you so much. To the people who come by and subscribe and watch the videos, or just watch the videos, I want to say thank you, man. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the toy community. There's a lot of hoopla and a lot of people feeling some kind of way about the rising toy prices. Toy prices have went through the roof, man, and people are talking, saying that, look, maybe we should boycott. And I was like, can't boycott. The only way you could boycott is by using your wallet. Sean, hey, how you doing, Sean? My thing is, we should really, really speak with our wallets, man. Stop letting these people tell us what we can and cannot do, man. I'm just tired right now, man. I'm tired of all of that nonsense where people make it seem like this shit haven't been happening for the longest. Sorry to collect, getting expensive. Yes, it is, man. Toys are so damn high now. It's more than the average wage. One toy. So if I went and got this damn toy right now, you'd be sitting there thinking, damn, this toy is like 25 damn dollars. You know, 22, 23, shit, probably 25, I'm thinking. And you sitting there thinking, like, was this actually worth, like that hour of pay that you got? If you look at it, hell no, it's not. Man, that hunk of plastic ain't worth anything. Oh, we all knew gonna happen. Yes, we did. You know, they tell you that the tariffs was gonna kick in and we're gonna see the prices increase. Man, those prices were increasing way before tariffs, man. Tariffs is nothing but an convenient excuse, and the tariffs really haven't kicked in, have they? You know, I keep hearing they're about to kick in or they kicked in, man, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, before long, the NECA price is going to go up. And if NECA goes up, that means Super 7 price is going to go up. And to be honest, man, the Super 7 Thundercats and Silverhawks, man, they're not the greatest quality, but man, they're the only ones that really doing it to that level. Action Force figures came down $2. That's good. Bought a figure at a convention and I found an original receipt from Target, 1999 for Marvel Legends. Man, it's been a minute. Man, I'm looking at so much stuff right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to go about this. People are asking me why am I trying to like tell people to streamline collecting, how to not buy all the overpriced stuff, man, and not to try to get the whole wave of a particular line, man, because it's getting out of hand. It's getting to the point now you ban a whole wave, and this figures in that wave you don't even want. You just ban a wave. I was doing that with the Spawn figures when McFarlane first dropped Spawn back in what, the 90s. Those action figures, I was just buying a whole wave and I just had them. Now I'm looking at it just like this. Half of the shit I didn't even like. I'm like, man, I was just buying it because, I was putting them on the wall. I had this man cave that was crazy back then. And they were all on pigs on the wall, still on carded and everything. It looked nice. The colors were popping. It popped with the room. Everything was cool, but it got kind of, silly. But being selective now, like Sarge said, is an actual good thing. Ultra got to be thrifty. I just ordered G.I. Joe Super 7 Wave 2, Big Bad Toy Store, $60. Is that for the whole wave, or, I'm just being honest, is that just one figure? Because Big Bad Toy Store, man, I don't know, shit, I'm thinking $60, I ain't gonna lie. Probably when I get off of here, I'm probably gonna take a look at that. Man, that sounds real good at this point, man. I'm looking at a lot of stuff, man. I'm looking at what I'm trying to get into still and what I'm trying to get myself out of. I've been buying so much stuff, man, and I'm starting to wonder, where am I at with it, man? And what I'm gonna do with it. 66 bucks, wave two, all four figures. Man, that's a really good deal, bro. That's a really good deal. Man, considering those figures were going for, what was they, like, what are they, like, 40 bucks? Shit, 66 bucks? For four figures, that's a good deal. Man, I'm trying to figure out. See, this is what I talk about. Find where you could actually save money at, man. Find, ways that you can find the stuff you're looking for, but at good prices. When I go to stores now, if I go to Target, what I do is I snap a picture of the item itself, or Walmart, I snap a picture of the item, and I put it in like Google search and see who got it for cheaper. And that's how I go from there, man. I look at it just like that, man. Same issues with trying to do giveaways because I have too much stuff. Yeah, bro. I got a giveaway that I need to get to right now, but I was trying to wait till I get to 40K if I could actually make it there. The wave was originally $219. Bro, man. Uh, Surrijus. Man, I'm saying your name wrong. I'm gonna say S. How you doing, fam? Um, I've been looking at a lot of stuff, man, where I feel like I've been dropping a ball at, and I've been trying to get it right, man. And I'm like, I'm looking at stuff, and I'm going through stuff, and I'm like, man, you don't even need this or that. You got it because you just wanted to say you was getting it. Trying to get to 2K, man, you will get there too. Ah, good. That's good. Okay, that's awesome, fam. You know what? When it comes to actual, things like that, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll make it there, dude. It took me a minute to get here, because honestly, I was about to give up with YouTube, man. I was at the point where I was talking about toys, man, and I said, ain't nobody watching none of these videos. And I went off on one video, and I just went off. I was just so mad about some of the stuff that was happening in the toy community, and a lot of people felt it. They were like, damn. It wasn't even the toy community people that was coming. It was a lot of people from every community coming, saying that they tired of all the stuff. You got people that scalp in every community, man, and you know, people get mad. You got the young community talking about scalpers, man. Come on. You know it's something going on when you talking about people in the yarn community. People in the dog food community talking about scalpers ban up all the good dog food and you gotta buy from them. Man, come on, bro. It's real. See, people don't understand. YouTube got so many lanes, bro. It's real. It's ultra mentis, pronounced like ultra rich. Okay. We'll get it. Okay, gotcha, bro. Um, One of the biggest things that I look at nowadays, man, when I look, like I said, I got more totes to put toys in, man. My wife said pretty soon they should be stacked to the ceiling. She said, boy, you getting wild up in there, right? Because she get real. She said, you getting wild in there, man. It was wild as hell, man. I had shit everywhere. I was like, man, she said, you might have to take some things down and replace because oh, any Pokemon toys? No, not yet, man. I was looking. I had Pokemon cards at one point in time. Those are gone, bruh. When those prices start getting kind of, Pokemon like, I started understanding that it was time to sell some of them. But, there's places now that you can get Pokemon cards still for a reasonable price. You can go to your dollar stores, your, just you find a lot of this stuff. Ice Cream Vampire. Find any Pokemon cards? Man, no. The machines around my house look like somebody kicked the damn glass in. Like, like they were trying to steal everything inside. I said, man. I said, I don't know if they got it. Trash Can Records. Why are toy companies only making Punisher cars? We need some classics from 50s and 40s. Dude, I hear that. Galactic Star Bunny. Have you sold any stuff lately on? Nah, Ice Cream Vampire laughing. Busted the budget this month. Major Blood, Dial Tone, Snake Eyes version 4, and G.I. Joe Super 7 Wave 2. Hopefully, not much comes in next month. Dude, you know what? Sometimes you gotta have those moments, man. You working hard as hell, and you like, man, I ain't picked up shit in a couple of months. And sometimes it's like that. And sometimes, you find what it is you're looking for. Man, it's just a blessing some days, man. Uh, Nooch Pool, great quality. Thank you, fam. Uh, and Spider Man 1977 Marvel Legends. He's awesome. Nailed the nostalgia. Man, you know what? I was looking at that figure, man. Somebody sent me a picture. And, I posted it as a short, man. But, they were like, man, I found it, man. I found it. They were really happy they found it. Dude, I've been looking for a lot of figures, man. And if I could find some of them, I'm happy with it. Good luck to Star Bunny. What's the next? What's the most money you spent in one figure? In one figure, man, I spent a lot of money on figures. Any anime toys? Yeah, but the inside of totes. My Hero Academy, Dragon Ball Z stuff. You know, some basic stuff. Not some of the harder to find. I had Akira toys at one point in time, and some Big O. If you know what Big O is, then I had some. What's that? What is that? Mazinger Z, or Transor Z. Man, what's your best McFarlane Batman if you had to choose? Oh man, the Hush. I think it's the Hush Batman, the blue one with the blue and gray one. Oh man, that one looked fantastic. It's so many Batmans around here, man. That shit, I got this one right here, the Batman 1 million that you always see me talk about because it's sitting right here in front of me. Then the one that I really love is the Batman Begins version. He looks so badass. Then you got the cat. It's a lot of Batmans, man. Then you got all those Jokerized Batmans that you be like, they doing way too much with those. But man, what you think gonna happen with McFarlane Toys? Do you think McFarlane Toys gonna pick up some new line? Do you think they'll start doing Thundercats or something? Or you know, I know Super Seven got like the license for like 7-inch Thundercats. Hell, he could get a license for an 8-inch Thundercat. Shit, I'd be cool with that. 8-inch and 7-inch ain't too big of a difference, bro. Man, oh no, I got so much of flack for those Masters of the Universe slash Thundercats. People were giving me so much slack. They was like, "How you didn't notice at purchase that the figure looked like that?" Hell, I bought them online. I didn't know that's what was gonna be the end product, man. Come on. What would be the figure you love the most of your collection that you will keep no matter what? Uh, Probably the Zoids at the top. Ultrasaurus or Battlesaurus, and I got a lot of Zoids up there. Energy Liger, Voltron, those type of things, man. It's not always the cost of something. McFarlane should acquire Fat Albert. Probably should. Uh, One of my biggest things that I really say that I like that I probably spend some money for is the gantry. The GI Joe I mean not classified. The GI Joe, a Real American Hero, Space Shuttle, and all that. Uh, Lost Bella, Flog, Management said hi. How you doing? Marvel Legends needs to do a Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk to go along with the 1977 Spider-Man. I think besides Maximum Hulk, they need to come up with just I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. You got Maximum Hulks, Maximum Spider-Man, but those Gameverse figures. I gotta say, by far, this is some of the best stuff Marvel been putting out. Besides those Maximum series figures, dude, this shit just looks crazy, ridiculous, bro. Someone said, "How do you have all of these subscribers, but you only have this amount of people in your lives?" Because I don't advertise my lives. I just do pop ups, man. I just pop up and just show, and just have fun. I got some stuff that I picked up that I've been meaning to show, that I haven't did a video on, and just, you know, I only have Civil Warrior out of the line, out of that line, Civil Warrior. Uh, let's see, is there something that you would want to get but haven't found yet, or just too expensive at the moment? Um, it's a Zoid that I always wanted, King Gojulis. Um, I had the opportunity to buy it at $400 here in the U.S., and I decided not to. I just couldn't pass the thought of, I, in my mind, I couldn't justify spending $400 on a wind up toy, basically. I done bought consoles that cost way more than that. But to buy that, I was like, nah, 400 on one item. Now it's $1,000, and I'm like, I ain't getting it at 1,000. Um, because it's 9 o'clock in the morning, bro, on Saturday. LOL. That is so true. Salutes and respect to Tim and the chat. Thanks, fam. Hey, love the show. Thank you, fam. What are your thoughts on the economy? Are you seeing people struggling more and more around you? Yes, I am. This is why I talk about the economy so much. People that I know that used to spend an arm and a leg on shit, man, ain't spending the arm or the leg no more. I remember going to the store with certain people. We used to go to the store, me and my wife, and we see certain people at the store that we know. They had like damn near two or three damn shopping carts of food. You barely see half a damn shopping cart of food now because they're talking about how expensive the stuff is now. And they're talking about, how they're not able to get around that much because of the gas prices, man. And I can say, well, I'm at the gas is expensive as shit, man. You sitting here thinking like, well, I don't know, maybe later. I'm gonna go over here. Hi, I'm Fernando from Madrid. I lost my job recently, and your sincere content really cheers me up. Thanks a lot. Big hugs. Thanks, fam. You know, man, dude, just to let you know that shit times are hard. The people that normally they were over here fixing a house. They were remodeling a house. They stopped halfway through. These people got money. They stopped halfway through. They was like, I don't got the rest of the money to keep doing this. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. Don't worry if there aren't many people in the live. Since you don't usually announce it, your content is amazing anyway. Big hugs. Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. Man, I woke up this morning, man, and I was laughing because I was looking at something. Dude, I wanted to do a walkthrough with y'all, right? I was looking at this storage unit, right? And the guy was doing, he was doing a sales pitch to me. And I was telling him what I was gonna use it for. I said I'm gonna use it as a studio and a game room. Like a man cave, where I house all my stuff at. And dude, he was laughing his ass off. He had so many thoughts on how I could do this and how I could display the stuff, man. He was talking about how we could create shelving at the top to put the helmets that I got, all the helmets and things like that, and how I could have all the shields from Captain America and everybody else over on one side, along with all the swords and stuff like that, and I could have the Infinity Gauntlets over here. He was walking me through it, bruh. Sorry to hear you on tough times, Fernando. But it's everyone everywhere. It's true, fam. My boss always told me everybody's going through something. I agree with your boss on that. Dude, my boss going through something. So I know everybody going through something. And my boss makes some good ass money. And I'm like, man, it's real out here, bro. You know, man, I kind of tamed a lot of stuff that I was doing down because I started realizing sometimes you just, gotta slow your roll just a little bit, man. I wish the best, Fernando. I wish you the best too, Fernando. Man, sometimes I sit back, man, and just say, I remember when things were really, really good everywhere, man. You go somewhere and everybody was happy, and now it's like everybody's going through something, and everybody's feeling some kind of way about it. But fam, I'm gonna have to come off of here because it's time for me to get up out of here to get ready to go do these things for people. But I'll holler back at you. I'm gonna do a live later, and I'm gonna announce the time I'm gonna do it, man. I appreciate all of y'all. But till later, fam. Peace out.